Hello, my name is Matt Blair, and here is a small clip from the most recent Geekatorium podcast, where we talk all things in the land of geeks. It's hosted by Rick Carranza and myself, and this week we talked about things like the Snowpiercer movie, the Future Man TV series, and why Red Dead Redemption has made Rick sad. We also talked seriously about the Black Lives Matter movement and how it's making us think about the world and our past experiences. But in this clip, you're going to hear me complain like a butthurt fanboy after I hear news about what could be next in store with the Alien franchise. I was unhappy to say the least. I also want to add a disclaimer that I had a slight problem with my recording this week. Yes, it was like my audio interface was a stiletto heel and I was a bouncy castle. It let me down. So we had to use a backup recording I use in case of emergencies. So if you're wondering why I sound all reverberated and ethereal and Rick sounds all clean and crisp, that's why. But don't worry, the problem will be fixed for next week. Until then, enjoy the clip. So, next story.
Yeah.
Here's a fun thing.
Go for it.
It's not fun at all. This annoys me. Here's the headline. Ridley Scott wants to re-evolve the Alien franchise. Fuck you, Ridley Scott.
Wow. No punches pulled at all, mate. Like, wow.
Let me read this. This
is
is so annoying. Like, this is a quote from Mr. Scott. I still think there's a lot of mileage in Alien, but I think you'll just have to it'll now have to re-evolve. This was him talking to the LA Times, and he says, what I always thought when I was making it, the first one, why would a creature like this be made, and why was it travelling in what I always thought was a kind of warcraft, which was carrying a cargo of these eggs? What was the purpose of the vehicle, and what was the purpose of the eggs? That's the thing to question. Who, why, and for what purpose is the next idea, I think. Here's my response. That's what you were supposed to fucking do in Prometheus. That's what you said you were going to do in Prometheus. That's what he said he was going to do in Prometheus.
He exactly said that.
And it's the thing that annoys me, like, the aliens weren't made. They're much scarier as a force of nature, not as a thing of design.
Yeah.
It baffles me that he thinks that this is a more interesting take than the mystery of what came already. It's so infuriating.
Oh, dude.
Thanks for listening, people. The podcast right now is landing every Tuesday. The link for the full podcast and all of our social media can be found in the description below. And we've also set up a Patreon that we're sorting out some perks for. The link with all of that information is also down below. But join us again next week for more Geekatorium.